Good, good evening or good night, Dr. Hayes. Just recently finished my last 2 hours of Solitude. I got home around 8:30 ish, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have to finish these last 2 hours. And I was just beginning to wrap up and everything, but um, it's been really, really lonely, really boring. I guess not being able to do much. Definitely not having baseball, not being on campus, and me being an only child. It's kind of alone most of the day. Which definitely helped out for the sake of this project. Um, I have this paper here, and this paper has like all my thoughts. I guess not written out, however. I'm a very visual kind of learner, so I express myself in pictures and stuff of that sort as well, or examples. Whenever I try to explain something, I try to use objects, I guess. Um, but for the point of this project, the last 2 hours did in my room because it was pretty pretty late. But the other 10 hours, I mostly did them at a park nearby called Keys Park. So my mom loves to run. She loves to run marathons and all that sort of jazz. I'm not really a long distance runner. That's why I do baseball. I get to stop and just rest. But so she was just running and stuff, and I usually have this spot wherever I would read a book or something. Um, a lot of flowers, a lot of nature. It's like very isolated from the rest of the park. Um, like the trail still goes by it and stuff, but it's very isolated for the most part. It's picnic areas and things of that sort. So one day it was one day it was really windy. The first day we went, and everything that I read in your book, it's a little hard to grasp um, because there's no pictures. So um, I didn't really I don't I don't feel like I got like the real in-depth thought, but in-depth sort of explanation or lecture that I was supposed to get, but I got from what I believe is like the surface level. So my first day and everything was implemented in my thoughts. My first day, I picked up just um, a random dandelion. I was gonna say a flower or something. I don't know why I'm not being specific about it. I picked up a dandelion, and the wind was blowing on it. And I just saw like the leaves just um, scatter around, but I noticed that they all didn't fall in the soil. And for me, I was like, wow. I just started reflecting in my own life. And for me, those seeds weren't only like just plain random dandelion seeds. Seeds. For me, they were like choices. The way I looked at it, it was choices. It was like I would have a lot of choices in my life, a lot of opportunities to make choices in my life. Some choices I can make and I'll benefit from. Just like those seeds that grew and landed on soil, that will grow and land on soil, or have that promise of growing to landing on soil. Others are very bad choices, and they landed on the rocks or other sorts of places where they can't grow. And that's where I'm like, wow, I really should have made better choices. And that's my first picture. Sorry, like these kind of pictures are like maybe a little blurry and such, but I'm the kind of person that if I don't get it right, so they have a lot of erases and stuff. If I don't get it right, I don't want to present it. But the second one was one of my second days, and this is all my. I took some of these days. I took like some of these pictures. I took more than certain sessions. But the second day was probably like second, third, and fourth. Because I really like started analyzing my life. I was analyzing um, my choices and that sort, my friends, um, everything that I'm surrounded by, basically, to make sure um, I was getting the right nutrients and standing on the right soil to grow. My third one, they're sprouting a little more, and that is, in my perspective, growing as a Christian. Um, I have made many bad choices in my walk, and I feel like I'm still trying to get out of that hole. But I'm a lot better at it. Um, so that's why I chose that, because those were the days that I was able to analyze the hole that I'm in and what's my game plan to get out of it. Um, and this is like my climax or my point. Is like the day that I want to like be like, wow, like I reached my goal. The day that I'm able to share everything I know with everyone else. The day that I'm able to help someone else in the struggle, the same footsteps that they were with. If they were following my footsteps, I can show them this is what to do, this is not what to do. Something that could potentially save their life. And the last one was I found a dead flower one day. And I was like, wow. It's like I'm looking at life and stuff in a very positive manner, but ultimately I look at the end and I feel like everyone has a very negative thing towards the end. Um, and it's kind of like sad and stuff, but if you notice, I connected it back to the very beginning. Because sometimes people struggles and their disappointments and stuff, and sometimes they fall, but that always leads to maybe a new chapter, a new beginning, or helping someone else in their journey. It can be in your life and someone else's life. But ultimately, this will all go around in multiple times or just once in a while. And the best thing about it is that we aren't ever going to be stuck at just one point. We aren't ever going to be dead. We aren't ever going to be just born. Like, from what I was able to see, that God's power is immense. And just looking at all his creation is absolutely amazing. Because looking at everything that he's able to do for us, while showing us how just he has no limits, guarantees us that we won't be stuck in one spot for the rest of our lives, or for most of our lives. That we'll always be active within him. And that's probably what I was able to get the most out of my time of solitude, is that he really is always present. Even in this time of struggle and stuff. We basically are in lockdown. Gives everyone else more time to think. And honestly, it's best because it gives everyone time to just slow down. We live in such a fast-paced world that it's crazy all the time. So I think I'm benefiting from this time. Maybe not on a baseball aspect and stuff, or seeing my friends as much, but personally, I'm feeling, which is probably the most important part.